When is the right time to go for a global MBA program? Now, I listen to this question a lot from many candidates who are already working in the corporate sector, or maybe people who have just graduated, so they want to ask whether we should work for how many years, or what should be the ideal age to go for a global MBA program. So hi everyone, my name is Rohit Jha, and in this video I'm going to specifically talk about a couple of scenarios, and we'll try to find out the best fit or the sweet spot which would be an ideal time to go for a global MBA program. Now, before I start, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon on your screen, so that whenever we'll upload any video on variety of topics, on variety of career related topics, global MBA, MIM and MS programs, interview skills as well as resume, you will be notified. So let's start. So when I say the right time for a global MBA program, so I'm talking about here what should be the right age or what should be the right work experience which is required, and how you can actually maximize the value of your MBA program during the MBA as well as the post MBA journey of your life. So for that, it's very important actually to get into that sweet spot or the best time to go for an MBA program. So what I've done is I've just categorized them into 3 brackets. So number 1 is the people, it's the students or the professionals who have got an experience of 2 to 4 years. Number 2 is 4 to 6 years, and then we have 7 to 10 years and plus of experience. Now, why I have categorized this? Because most of the global schools, or I would say almost all of them, they have a requirement of a minimum 2 years of work experience. Though few of the schools, they do mention that they allow freshers to participate in the process, but the chances are even less than 1%. So we'll take that case as minimum 2 years of experience. Now, the first category which I've designed it is 4 to 6 years of experience. Sorry, 2 to 4 years of experience. Now, in this category, I will talk about the challenges as well as the benefits, and I'll do the same for all the categories, and then we'll see which would be the best or the sweet spot for you to actually, according to your background, to go for an MBA program. Now, obviously across different locations, different geographies and other factors, they definitely come into play, but this is also a very important criteria when you are actually going for a global MBA program. So number 1, of course, is the 2 to 4 years of experience. For example, you're fairly young in this category, maybe around 23, 25 years of age, and 2 to 4 years of experience. Now, what are the benefits of this age? Now, the number 1 benefit is maximum number of jobs are available in this particular category. You are obviously considered into the freshers category, so there are a lot of jobs available in the market in this particular category. Number 2, the benefit is you can very easily switch your career, or if you want to switch your industry or domain, it's fairly easy to do it at this stage, because you just started your career, you are very new to any industry, so it will be very easy for you to switch any platform or any industry at this moment. Now, at this moment, but there are a couple of challenges also. So you will mostly get the entry level roles after graduating from the school, mostly if you talk about the financial services or management consulting, so analyst or associate roles you'll get, and the salaries are also on an average as compared to the other brackets we'll discuss, the ROI, if you talk about it, would not be that great in this particular category. But of course, getting a job will be easy, but the ROI would not that be great. So that's the disadvantage which I see in this particular category. In terms of career growth also, if you ask me, because initially you have worked for 2-3 years, so more or less you will get the same level, or maybe if you are lucky, if you are really outstanding, if you are done well in the MBA program, then you can get a little growth in your career. But more or less I've seen on an average people get the same roles even post MBA, because they are considered as freshers. Another advantage which I missed, I would say, is the recruiters, why they look after this category, because they are very young, fresh, dynamic, a lot of agility, adaptability is there, so they can mold them into different roles. They can play around with them, different domains, different teams. So that is an added benefit, I would say, that goes to this particular category of students. Now let's talk about the next category, which is 4 to 6 years of experience. Now in this category you will be somewhere around, let's say, 26 or till 28 years of age. Now the benefits of this category, again, the job market is of course really great, but not more than the initial category which I mentioned, 2 to 4 years in this, but still there are a lot of ample jobs in this particular category. But the ROI in this category is very high because you have worked for substantial time, for example 4 years or 5 years. Now in most of the cases you will become an expert in any particular domain. So now the recruiters will come for you to hire in this mid to senior level roles, mostly the middle management roles. So there will be a good transition in your career in terms of ROI as well as in terms of growth. So that is a positive side of picking up this particular category. If you talk about the challenges in this category, I would say there would not be too many challenges. A couple of things which I see is a career transition. If you talk about the change in industry completely or the change in the domain completely, that would be difficult, but for those people who have worked consistently only in one domain, but still this is possible in this particular category. So it's not of a very big challenge. And it's not at all a challenge for people who have, let's say, worked in multiple companies or have a diverse experience in the last 5 years, maybe 2 to 3 companies or 2 to 3 industries. So for them, again, it will be a positive sign. They can again switch to any industry post MBA experience. So overall, I would say there's not much of a challenge, but of course there's a slight challenge everywhere. So the career transition part would be a little challenge in terms of industry and domain. The rest, everything else looks good for this particular category. Now let's talk about the last category, which is 7 years plus, or 7 to 10 years of experience. Now in this category, of course, there are very good benefits. If you see in terms of ROI, this will be the best category because you have already done well in your career. You are from a particular domain or an expert in something, maybe in the middle level management. So you are eyeing the senior level roles now, which means there will be huge growth or huge jump you will get. I have seen personally in my career also, people are getting good roles right from manager to assistant directors or directors post MBA. So in terms of the designation or in terms of money, both the chances are very high that you will get a very good growth. So that's a very important part of this. And of course, don't forget that because in this category the roles are also very broad and you'll get a lot of responsibilities as well. Maybe you can get a responsibility of heading a particular business unit or maybe heading a particular city or a country. So in that sense, this particular bracket is very fruitful in terms of job roles, responsibility as well as the ROI part. But now talking about the challenges here, I think the biggest challenge here, because the number of jobs are very less in this particular category, because not all companies, they have these senior roles available all the time. So the top recruiters or the big companies, they have these roles, but with startup and mid-level, definitely it will be difficult for you to get roles in these companies. Now for startups and mid-level companies, they generally eye the fresh graduates from 2 to 4 years of experience, because their best fit they can find there in that particular category. Now another challenge which I see here is the career transition. Now here, if you're expecting to change your domain completely, or maybe you want to change your industry completely, so then I would say it will be very, very difficult, or it will be next to impossible, to be very honest. So if that is the intent of going for an MBA program, so I would not recommend you to go for the MBA program, because this will be the biggest challenge. If you want to accelerate your career in a particular industry, in a particular region, then definitely go for the MBA program in that particular zone. Rest, of course, there are a lot of factors. It depends on your domain, your industry, your sector, which city you are going to do your MBA program. For example, if you're going to New York, if you're going to Hong Kong or London, if you're into financial services or into the private equity side, definitely Hong Kong or London, New York would be a great place for you to accelerate your career in that particular domain, and you might get a great ROI as well as the career growth. But of course, if you are from some other domain, then again these factors will play a very important role. But overall, I just mentioned these 3 categories. Generally, this is the batch, how this is spanned for most of the global schools, generally from 2 to 10 years. Of course, there are some people for 10 plus also, so they have a different level of challenges and benefits. But in the regular full-time MBA program, you will find people from 2 to 8 to 9 years maximum. Now, having said that, and talking about these 3 categories, this is my personal opinion, and we have a data also. That's why you see the average experience around 4 to 5 years, because that is the sweet spot. If you have an experience of 4 to 5 years, which means you are actually can be an expert in something and can accelerate your career in that particular industry. Or if you have worked in a couple of companies, then you can you can be very adaptable, you can change your industry or domain. And of course, in terms of growth also, in terms of your investment, and in terms of your the role change, the chances are that in your initial years, in initial 2 to 3 years, you might be getting a role of associate or senior associate, but post MBA you might get a role of an engagement manager or a manager or senior manager. So the chances are very, very high in this particular spot. So definitely, of course, you all have different backgrounds, different industries. So I'm not saying that, you know, wait for this particular spot, but of course, if you can plan your MBA journey accordingly, or maybe according to this particular data or statistics, then definitely this will be a very good experience during the MBA program. You're learning, as well as the post MBA, where you're going to get a job or work in a different country. So the whole experience will be better as compared to, you know, other brackets. So again, it depends on your background, your intent, your goals and aspirations. So in whatever bracket you are, just focus on the pros and cons and the challenges, and be ready when you choose a school by taking all these factors into consideration. So I think that's it from my side. If you have any questions regarding the MBA programs or anything related to careers, feel free to drop in the comments. We'll definitely answer all your questions. So in the meantime, do like, share and comment and give your feedback so that we can make better videos and more videos in future. So take care and bye-bye.